Imagine you've lived for 50 years with somebody you call your husband, your protector, the father of your children, only to find out he has a deep secret that has affected your entire life. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is for educational purpose. Watch till the end and drop your opinion in the comment section below. This story today is about a courageous French lady called Gesele Pelicot. Gesele Pelicot met her loving husband when they were 19 years old. They dated for 2 years and both got married when they were 21 years old. They've been married for 50 years. They are living their dream life. They had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. The children are all grown up. They decided to leave the house and form their own families. Gesele Pelicot and Dominique Pelicot, they both have 7 grandchildren. So they are in their retirement. They have been married for 50 years, so they are in their 70s. They decided to leave the town, go build their retirement home in a small village. This is where everything would change. This is where Dominique Pelicot unmasked the devil in him and decided to do the unthinkable to the person he called his own wife. How was he caught? Or what did he do? Dominique Pelicot went to a supermarket with the wife. They were doing shopping. You know, when a husband accompanies the wife to a supermarket, the wife is the one who will mostly pick the things. So, as Gesele Pelicot was busily picking the things they need for the house, Dominique Pelicot was doing something else. He was trying to take photos of some ladies, inappropriate photos. Like they said, a lady wore a skirt which she wanted to bend. Dominique Pelicot wanted to take the photo. He did not know somebody was watching him. The security guard was watching him closely. So this security guard noticed that this type of behavior was wrong. Why should you come to a supermarket and be taking inappropriate photos of people? So the security guard called a policeman and they approached Dominique Pelicot. They asked Dominique Pelicot, "Why are you taking inappropriate photos of women?" Dominique Pelicot said, "No, I was not taking inappropriate photos of any woman." He said his phone just mistakenly went to camera. You know, you can hold your Android phone. Maybe if you've not locked the phone, you can just press an app. That he just mistakenly pressed the camera and the thing took the photo. He did not do it consciously. The wife believed him. The wife knew my husband just made a mistake. There is no way my husband will be taking inappropriate photos of women. We are happily married. We are in our 70s. Why would he be admiring little women and trying to take their photos? To do what with? So the police decided to take Dominique Pelicot to a police station for further investigation. That is when they confiscated his phone. His wife accompanied him there. When they took his phone and started going through the gallery, checking pictures, checking things, they saw more inappropriate things inside his phone. They decided to go to his house to confiscate some other things there. When they arrived at his house, they took his laptop. They took a hard drive he had. And that is when they discovered more shocking things about Dominique Pelicot. They discovered 20,000 pictures, inappropriate pictures that Dominique Pelicot took of his wife, other men, and himself doing nasty things to the wife. He would drug his wife every day. When the wife is already deep asleep, being controlled by the medicine, he will lure other men into the house to assault the wife. Dominique Pelicot went to a chatting website. He created a group they called without her knowledge. This is where he would chat with men to tell them that I like when you do this to my wife. You will not pay me a dime. The only thing I'll benefit from you is to make a video of you or to take a photo of you. And these men foolishly accepted. What were they thinking? They would not imagine what this man will use this thing for. They would not even imagine this man can use it to blackmail them in the future or where this document will end. How were they so stupid and foolish just for a few minutes of whatsoever? And some of them were even married. What are men looking outside? And if you see some of the beautiful women that these men might have had, what is really wrong with human beings? What is really wrong with some people? Like, what is wrong with their mind? What are they thinking? Like, I don't even know what to think again about this case because I can't imagine people doing this type of terrible, horrible things to another human being. An aged woman, 70 years, and you accept to do that to satisfy the fantasies of a stupid, useless man who calls himself the husband. I heard the children have already disowned him. If that man is my father, I'll never talk to him for the rest of my life. I'll forget I ever had a father. He will never get any visit in prison. I'll never talk to him. You can decide to forgive somebody for your peace of mind, but forgiveness does not mean you must have a relationship with that person. The children took a very good decision and I agree with them. This man needs to stay in prison for the rest of his life. When these policemen found these inappropriate pictures in Mr. Dominique Pelicot's laptop, his hard drive, of the wife and many other men, they called for the wife and asked her, "Do you know this person?" She said, "Yes, this is me." "Do you know this man standing behind you?" She said, "No, I don't know this man. What is happening here?" They showed her not one photo, not two photos, not three photos. She says, "Stop, please. I don't want to see these photos again. What is really happening here?" That is when they discovered that her husband has been assaulting her for the past 10 years since they moved into their small village home. This husband started this behavior when all the children had moved out. Remember, they were living in a town. I am sure there he was not doing those things. But immediately they went to their village home, he found an opportunity to start doing the unthinkable to the wife. None of the children are in the house. He is just there with the wife. So the police discovered every night Mr. Dominique would drug the wife. We don't know how he will drug her, whether he will put it inside the food or inside the drink or inside coffee. But every night, this man would drug the woman. When she is deep asleep, he will carry her to the bedroom. He had already made arrangement with one man to come and saw this woman. This man is not to pay him any money. The only thing he will benefit from them is to film. And that is what he told these men before they came. He would describe everything to them, how they will come to the house, where they will park the car, how they will enter. He will even told some of them, make sure she is deep asleep before you do anything to her. There are monsters out here living in the form of humans. And this Mr. Dominique is one of these monsters. That is how policemen found out all these things that this man has been doing to this woman for the past 10 years. So they struggled to identify 50 of those men that had done these things to this woman, this unconscious woman. They have identified 50 of them already. And they said the picture shows 72 men. And they went for trial together with Mr. Dominique Pelicot. You will be asking yourself, but how did Gesele Pelicot not know all these things was happening to her? Like one day it didn't click her mind to say something was abnormal here. She says immediately they moved to their village home, she started feeling strangely. Sometimes she would just black out, she would not even remember the things that has happened to her. Sometimes she will sleep and when she wakes up, she'll be wondering, how did I go to bed? I didn't even say good night to my husband before going to bed. The husband of Gesele Pelicot was the one who used to take her to the hospital. He would accompany her to the hospital and the doctor would check and say they've not seen anything wrong with her. She just needs to rest, maybe she's just tired. Dominique Pelicot needs to be given a certificate of the most hypocritical person I've ever seen. This man is a big-time hypocrite. Imagine you know what you've done to somebody and that person is seeking for help and you are the one taking that person there for help, knowing that you are the one causing harm. And when they go for help and come back, you will not stop. You still continue doing the same thing you are doing to her. This man wanted this woman to die, but God preserved her so that she will share her story to encourage others who are facing this same situation. To encourage others to be brave to come out and fight their oppressor. Gesele Pelicot said she had been struggling for the past 10 years to find out what is really happening with her. To no avail. She did not get the answers she needed. She said sometimes she will be talking on the phone with her grandchildren and she will just start talking off. And they'll be asking, Grandma, what is wrong with you? Not knowing that grandpa is the one causing harm to grandma. This man is disgusting. So the verdict of this case just came out on Thursday. Dominique Pelicot has been given 20 years in prison. Together with the 50 men identified, all of them have been sentenced. The 50 men sentences ranges from 5 years to 15 years. 20 of those men have not been identified already. They are still struggling to identify them. I pray they identify them so that they pay for their crimes. How can you do this to an unconscious woman? And some of them in court were defending themselves, saying they thought Gesele Pelicot was aware of what was happening. The husband said she decided to be like that because she does not want to what. They knew it was an agreement between her and the husband. She's unconscious. How will you know if the husband is telling the truth? Or why would you do such a thing? And majority of those men some of them are married, some of them are policemen. The ages ranges from 24 to 70 years. What is this world turning into? When people commit this type of crime, the devil is very happy. The devil is using sinful sex to destroy the world and he is succeeding. And many people are falling into his trap. Why can't people realize that it is the devil's tactics to lure them away from God and flee away from sinful sex? Anybody watching this video who is still into sinful sex, please flee away from this. Many people are not happy with the verdict that was given concerning Dominique Pelicot and the 50 men. Some say the 20 years they gave to him is very small. And some of those men are having 5 years, 10 years to 15 years. Some people say those years are very small. They knew exactly what they were doing. Dominique Pelicot said those men knew what they were doing. They knew his wife was unconscious and he told them that all of them are sinners. I am sure he wanted the jury to give those men the same years they gave to him. They gave him 20 years because he was the mastermind of all those things. What do you think about this, guys? Do you think the verdict that was given is correct? Do you think this man will actually pay for his sins? Because he is 70 years and if he does not live for up to 20 years, he might die in prison. Gesele Pelicot is a very courageous woman. Her case has encouraged many women to come out to put shame behind and shame the person that needs to be shamed, which is the person that did that to you. That is the person that needs to be ashamed, not you, the victim. Gesele Pelicot is a victim. She does not need to be ashamed of anything. She put shame aside and put the oppressors in their place. Please drop your opinion in the comment section. Join my family by subscribing, please. Help me to grow. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'd like to see you in my next video.